The real question is who you are becoming in the presence of this person. If you are becoming wiser, stronger, calmer, and more grounded, then the path is doing its job. Life does not bring people into your journey by mistake. It brings them when you are ready to learn something powerful. And sometimes love is the lesson that changes everything. Love follows purpose, not age. Growth begins where fear of judgment ends. Alignment matters more than timing. Love doesn't arrive with permission slips or explanations. It shows up when it's meant to challenge you, expand you, and wake you up to who you're becoming. When someone falls in love with you despite an age difference, it's not random. It's life asking you to look deeper than numbers and listen to meaning. Age is a measurement of time, not of depth, loyalty, or emotional truth. Real connection is built on values, respect, and the willingness to grow together. Most people hesitate here. They pause because they're afraid of opinions, labels, and expectations that were never designed for their unique path. But education begins when you question old rules. Why should age define love if character, intention, and emotional intelligence are aligned? Some people spend decades without learning how to love. Others learn early because life demanded responsibility, empathy, and strength. What matters is not how long someone has lived, but how consciously they live. This connection came into your life to stretch you, to teach you confidence in your own judgment, to show you that love is not about fitting into society's timeline, but about building something meaningful in real time. When a relationship encourages honesty, accountability, patience, and mutual respect, it becomes a space for growth, not confusion. That is how you recognize purpose at work. Judgment will come, but judgment is noise. It's the echo of other people's fears, not a reflection of your truth. Education teaches us to separate facts from opinions. The fact is this: healthy love is defined by emotional safety, shared values, communication, and commitment. Everything else is background sound. When you choose growth over fear, you reclaim your power. If this relationship pushes you to be more grounded, more disciplined, more self-aware, then it is serving your evolution. Love that is meant for you does not shrink your world, it expands it. It doesn't distract you from your purpose, it strengthens it. Sometimes what feels unconventional is exactly what's necessary to break old patterns and step into a higher version of yourself. So ask yourself this with honesty. Are you walking away because it's wrong or because it's uncomfortable? Because life-changing opportunities rarely arrive wrapped in certainty. They arrive wrapped in challenge. And when you learn to trust growth over fear, you stop asking for permission to live your truth. You start honoring it. Love is not confined by age, numbers, or social labels. It is shaped by emotional connection, mutual respect, and shared purpose. When two people find each other beyond expectations, it signals alignment at a deeper level. Age difference does not weaken love. It reveals maturity, awareness, and the ability to see beyond surface rules. Real love recognizes character, values, and emotional truth before it ever considers time. Every meaningful connection challenges you to grow. When life places you in a situation that feels unfamiliar or questioned by others, it is not meant to break you, but to strengthen your self-trust. Growth never comes from staying where everyone feels comfortable. It comes from standing firm in what feels right, even when the path is misunderstood. This kind of experience builds confidence, clarity, and inner strength. Judgment from others is a reflection of their fears, not your reality. People judge what they do not understand because it threatens their limited beliefs. But your life is not a performance for approval. It is a journey of purpose and self-discovery. When you stop seeking validation from the outside, you begin to listen to the truth within. That inner voice is where wisdom lives. Love that arrives unexpectedly is often a test of faith. It asks you to trust timing you didn't plan and a connection you didn't predict. Education in life is not only learned from books, but from experiences that stretch your understanding of yourself. When a relationship encourages emotional growth, responsibility, and deeper self-awareness, it becomes a lesson worth embracing. What truly matters is not how others define love, but how it transforms you into a stronger, wiser, more authentic version of yourself. Love is guided by purpose, not by numbers. Love does not arrive by following society's rules or calendars. It shows up when two souls are ready to meet, learn, and grow. An age difference does not cancel love's validity. It tests your ability to see beyond surface-level judgments. True connection is measured by emotional. Let me start by asking you something important. What if the very thing you're questioning right now is the thing meant to expand you? What if this connection, this unexpected love, arrived not by accident but by design? You see, most people live inside invisible rules. Rules about age. Rules about timing. Rules about what love is supposed to look like. And without realizing it, they let those rules decide their happiness. But growth never comes from following the crowd. Growth comes when life places you in a situation that demands courage, self-awareness, and trust. Love is not limited by numbers, but guided by purpose, and this is a lesson most people never truly learn. From the moment we are young, we are conditioned to believe that life must follow a strict formula. Certain ages for love, certain timelines for success, certain rules for happiness. But purpose does not operate on human schedules. Purpose operates on alignment. When two souls connect deeply, when respect, understanding, and emotional truth are present, that connection is not random. It is intentional. An age difference may challenge your logic, but it strengthens your awareness. It forces you to look beyond surface judgments and ask deeper questions. Do we grow together? Do we communicate with honesty? Do we bring out the best in each other? Because real love is not about fitting into society's expectations, it is about expanding into who you are meant to become. Numbers measure time, not depth. They measure years, not wisdom. They count days, not emotional intelligence. Many people fear what they don't understand. They confuse unfamiliar paths with wrong ones. But purpose often disguises itself as discomfort before it reveals itself as growth. When love enters your life in an unexpected form, it is testing your courage. It is asking whether you will live by external approval or internal truth. Growth has always demanded bold choices. Think about it, some people spend their entire lives in relationships that look acceptable but feel empty. Others step into relationships that challenge them, stretch them, and awaken them. Which one truly leads to fulfillment? Love guided by purpose pushes you to mature emotionally, to communicate consciously, and to act with integrity. It teaches patience, accountability, and empathy. These are not accidents. These are lessons. If someone sees you, values you, and chooses you beyond age or labels, it means they recognize something essential in you. And that recognition is powerful. It calls you to rise, not to hide. It invites you to trust life instead of resisting it. Because when purpose is involved, fear loses its authority. You are not here to live a life that makes sense to everyone else. You are here to live a life that feels honest, grounded, and meaningful. When love aligns with growth, respect, and intention, it becomes more than emotion, it becomes direction. And when something in your life carries direction, it is not a mistake. Love does not follow human timelines. It follows purpose. When two people connect beyond logic, beyond expectations, beyond age, it is because something deeper is happening. Numbers measure years, not alignment. They do not measure emotional maturity, shared values, or the ability to grow together. Many people live long lives without ever learning how to love, while others learn early because life prepared them early. When someone falls in love with you despite an age difference, it means they see who you are, not how old you are. This is a lesson in awareness. Stop asking whether it looks right to the world and start asking whether it feels right in your soul. Purpose-driven connections often arrive wrapped in discomfort because they are meant to stretch you. Growth never feels familiar at first. It challenges your beliefs, breaks old conditioning, and forces you to rise into a stronger version of yourself. When love pushes you to become more patient, more responsible, more emotionally intelligent, that love is teaching you, and anything that teaches you how to become better is not random. It is preparation. Judgment from others is not a signal of danger. It is a signal of difference. People criticize what they do not understand and fear what they cannot control. Their opinions are shaped by their limitations, not your destiny. You were not created to live according to borrowed beliefs. You were created to live in alignment with truth, integrity, and growth. When you choose to trust a connection that challenges society's rules, you are not being reckless. You are being conscious. You are learning to listen inward instead of outward. That is maturity. That is leadership. Real love is not about approval. It is about responsibility. It is about showing up with honesty, respect, and commitment. If the connection encourages emotional safety, mutual growth, and shared purpose, then it deserves reflection, not fear. The real question is never about age. Understanding, shared values, and mutual respect, not by how many birthdays separate two people. Age difference challenges fear and strengthens courage. When love crosses expected boundaries, it exposes fear of judgment, fear of uncertainty, fear of being misunderstood. But courage is built exactly here. This kind of love asks you to stand in your truth, to trust your inner voice, and to choose what feels aligned rather than what feels socially safe. Growth comes from unexpected connections. Some relationships arrive not to comfort you, but to expand you. And unexpected love teaches patience, communication, empathy, and self-awareness. It forces you to grow faster, think deeper, and become more emotionally responsible. Growth is a sign that the connection is serving a higher purpose in your life. Other people's opinions are not divine guidance. People will always project their beliefs onto what they do not understand. Their opinions are shaped by their fears, experiences, and limitations. They are not a reflection of your truth. Learning to separate external noise from internal clarity is one of the most important lessons love can teach you. Alignment matters more than approval. A relationship that brings peace, honesty, and emotional safety is worth more than approval from the world. When two people align in values, intentions, and commitment to growth, that alignment becomes stronger than any outside criticism. Approval fades, but alignment sustains. Now listen closely. Life does not bring people into your path randomly. Every connection carries a lesson, a test, or a blessing. When this person fell in love with you, even with the age difference, it wasn't by accident. It happened because something in both of you recognized familiarity, depth, and potential. Most people are trained to ask the wrong question. They ask, is this acceptable? Instead of asking, is this meaningful? They ask, what will others think? Instead of asking, who am I becoming? But the quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask. Age is a number. Maturity is a mindset. Wisdom is earned through experience, not time alone. Some people live decades without learning how to love, communicate, or commit. Others learn these lessons early because life demanded strength from them. If this relationship pushes you to become more grounded, more honest, more disciplined, and more compassionate, then it is shaping you for something greater. Healthy love does not drain you. It refines you. Yeah, challenges will come. Every meaningful path has resistance. Resistance is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are stepping beyond comfort and into growth. Faith is required when logic reaches its limit. You are not here to live a small life built on fear and approval. You are here to live a purposeful life built on truth and courage. If love has found you in an unexpected form, do not rush to reject it. Reflect, learn, grow. Because sometimes what feels unconventional is exactly what is meant to awaken the strongest version of you. Love is not governed by numbers, timelines, or social labels. It is guided by purpose and alignment. When two people connect deeply despite an age difference, it reveals that emotional resonance matters more than external measurements. This kind of connection teaches you that real love recognizes values, intention, and mutual respect before it ever considers age. It challenges you to look beyond surface rules and understand that meaning in life often arrives in unexpected forms. An age difference is not a weakness in a relationship. It is a mirror that reflects courage, self-awareness, and emotional maturity. It asks both people to communicate clearly, respect boundaries, and grow consciously. When love crosses perceived limitations, it forces you to develop patience, empathy, and responsibility. These are not obstacles. They are lessons that strengthen character and deepen connection. Growth never comes from staying comfortable. When life places you in a situation that feels unconventional, it is often an invitation to expand your mindset. This connection pushes you to question inherited beliefs and decide what truly matters to you. Education in life does not only come from books, it comes from experiences that stretch your thinking and elevate your emotional intelligence. The opinions of others are shaped by their experiences, fears, and conditioning, not by your truth. Judgment is loud, but it is rarely wise. Learning to separate external noise from internal clarity is a vital life skill. When you stop living for approval, you start living with intention. That shift alone builds confidence, self-trust, and emotional independence. Healthy love is defined by shared values, respect, honesty, and a commitment to growth. Age does not determine these qualities. Choice does. When two people choose to listen, to support each other's evolution, and to build something meaningful, the relationship becomes a foundation rather than a distraction. This teaches you that love is not about fitting a mold, but about building something real. Trusting the path requires faith in yourself and in the lessons life places before you. When something meaningful enters your life unexpectedly, it often carries a purpose beyond immediate understanding. The real education lies in asking not why it happened, but how it is shaping you. When love encourages you to become wiser, calmer, and more aligned with your values, it is not a coincidence, it is growth in action.